Morning, morning, morning. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Nice camera is nice. So, bit dark, you know. We need a better light here. I'm going to think about that a little bit. You know, we've got the normal light that shines across when I'm carving, but I need also a better general light for sessions like this. And I've got the roof light up there, the ceiling light, but it's pretty dull. We've got our test this morning. Looks pretty good. I think that's an acceptable speed. Cackle, cackle, cackle. Okay, you can see what's going on this morning. It's going to be a bit noisy for a while. I'm not sure how long it's going to take. You know, the usual routine. I'm going to clear outside first, and then there's more quiet clearing inside. So the first 10-15 minutes or so are clearly going to be noisy. And then, is it better if I put this light on? Let's just try this just for a sec. Let me put this light on. I don't need it for this particular work like this. It just gets in the way. No, I think I'll leave that off. It doesn't help me here, and I don't think it's going to help you either. Right, let me get to it. Get the noisy part out of the way. Today's schedule is this. So I've got some noisy work to do for the first 10 minutes. Then it switches back to quieter work. I've also got a tiny bit of show and tell. We've been buying stuff on auctions quite heavily the last couple of weeks. I got a little package that would be real fun to show you. It's not something we're going to be putting in the shop, it's just something from my personal collection, but it'll be Okay, the first question, how come you don't have the oval printed also on this block? How come I don't have the oval printed on this block? Well, we did actually. When we transferred the image, the oval was printed there. But we're not going to keep it on this block. The oval is going to be printed as part of the dark blue. We're not going to keep it. Maybe you're thinking because the dark blue here is going to be underprinted with this blue, but there's no way the party attendees will be able to register the whole blue circle. There's no way. We wouldn't do it ourselves that way. Have I thought of sharing a lot of my collection on the internet? I would love the whole collection to be searchable, high-resolution images on the internet. Wonderful. I don't know, you know what my answer is going to be. I don't know. It would be wonderful. Maybe one day it might even happen. Who knows? Okay, let me get to this. Excuse the noise, guys. The microphone, let me move it up a little bit. A bit out of the way of the hammer. My usual habit on this nail, I do the cross grain stuff first. I'm going to do the cross part, and then I'm going to switch it and do the with the grain part, and then finish off around the corners. So it's just my own personal habit on this. There's no specific reason for it. Questions. I can't see with or without my glasses, you know. Ah, camera. Okay. I get it. Move the camera away. All right. Just a second. There's always something. No matter how well I prepare, there's always something else. Always something. Okay. I can hear your frustration, you know. Yell louder at Dave so he'll hear you, you know. I suppose there's now 10 questions in the question box. They're going to come up when the next mail check comes up, I suppose. All right, let's try. Is this better? I feel your pain. If I didn't know better, I could have said that I would have done that on purpose, just to give you guys something to complain about. Okay, now it's more stable. Excuse me. Well, that hurts. Is there a Japanese printmaking stream without a technical hitch? That hurts. That hurts. It's my own doing. That hurts, though. I'm not sure which way the grain goes here. It's pretty flat. I might have trouble both ways. Let's try and see. Basically okay. Oh, that beep, it's my washing machine finishing the cycle, so clothes will have to wait. Do these water flasks ever burst? I think if I hit it with a hammer it would do so, but no, no, no. I got a bunch of work done last night in the party room downstairs, so I'm finishing up the ceiling. Aoyama-san and I put the ceiling panels in place some weeks ago, but we haven't finished the in-betweens of all the panels. And then the lights, I finished up the last stage of wiring for the lights that hang over the party bench. And I got to get a bright room now. It looks so cool and clean. Keep looking up to see what's going wrong. How old would the water, this is an interesting question, how old would the water be inside the water flask? I can tell you how old it is. What's the date today? June 4th. Count back to January 1st. That's how old the water is inside the flask. Replaced on January 1st. There's a story there. I've got to be careful. People pull up their chairs. I mean, there's a point. In the old days, nobody worked on the New Year's time. January 1st, 2nd, 3rd, whatever. Every workshop was, of course, shut down. People would finish their work or wrap things up December 30th, December 31st, whatever. And people wouldn't work on January 1st, of course. It was shrine visits and this and that and this and that. And any workman, and not just in the wood carving field, but any workman, I don't know, carpenters, shrine carpenters, guys who made whatever, anything, they would clean up their tools and clean up their benches at the end of the year. And I've seen this. I know I visited one of the guys, one of the printers, whatever. It must have been somewhere January 3rd or something. I was visiting, whatever. And his workbench was clean and clear. They had cleaned their room, took all the pigment bowls and washed them up and got everything else. And on his bench, he had placed a New Year's decoration. It's one of those things like a mochi, rice cake, and some mikan, some oranges around it. I forget the Japanese name for it. If you Google, you look it up, New Year's decoration, mochi, rice cake, blah, blah, blah. And so whatever, the carpenter would put this on his bench on a New Year's Eve or New Year's morning. And it was customary, of course, to make a shrine visit. I don't know if it's called Hatsumode, first shrine visit of the year. And the carvers would take their flask with them. And what you do is you dump the water out before you go, you swirl it around. You take your flask with you to the shrine. And outside every shrine there's this place where you get water and wash your face and, you dip the ladle and spit and blah, 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 blah. And in that place, they would scoop in shrine water, swill it out, scoop it in, rub, tie some sort of cap on it. And then you make your obeisance to the gods, say your thing, throw your little nickel in the pot, and whatever, and you go home with blessed water. I mean, it's not like holy water, whatever the Christians and stuff do, whatever. But it was, there it is. You picked up your water from the shrine, January 1st every year. And the feeling was, and this is what the old guys will tell you, is that because it was shrine water, because it was blessed, because it was from the gods, it doesn't go moldy or stale. You don't get green algae or whatever growing in it. And all year long, the same water will stay clean and white and clear and pure. And then you clean it up again at the end of the year. A little cynical Dave says, I know why it's clean and pure, because it's January 1st, middle of winter. There's no hot. It's this shrine water that just flows through from the mountain or whatever. So of course there's no, there's no mold in it, so it stays clean and clear. But that's the deal. Now, I'm not religious. I don't believe in the Shinto stuff in any kind of, whatever, inherent sense. But I follow a bunch of the traditions just because it's fun to do. And when I started this, back 25, 30 years ago, whatever, I used to go to the local shrine and do this. I dumped my water out, threw my nickel in the pot, and got clean shrine water. I don't do that nowadays, but I do clean it up. We do clean our bench at the New Year's time, sharpen my tools, and I also change the water, just as sort of a gesture to the traditions, even though I don't, I'm not in any way overtly religious about this. Some stuff in any culture becomes part of a tradition, even when the religious aspects to it are taken away. So yeah, long answer to a short question. It was changed January 1st, if I remembered, or January 2nd, if I didn't remember. But I don't in any way consider this to be whatever, holy water or something. I just simply enjoy quietly sometimes some of the old ways of doing things. It's just my character, I guess, whatever. Where was I? Hammering. Let's get back to it. there's also something else to mention about these flasks, you know. They're dangerous. They're dangerous. And when I lived back in Hammer, I lived in a normal Japanese apartment, of what's called a 3DK. 3 rooms plus a dining kitchen, a standard Japanese apartment. And as with nearly every apartment built in this country, it faces south. The main windows of the living rooms, the rooms that you live in and sleep in, they face south. People hang their bedding on the balcony in the mornings in the sunshine. And that was just where we lived. I hadn't really thought about it. That was just that standard Japanese apartment style. But the room I worked in was one of those 6 mat rooms, and it also faced south. Now that was actually not so good for working, for printing especially, because it meant that on a good day you get sunlight pouring in, on a bad day it will be cloudy. You'd get all kinds of different light happening, even while you were trying to print a batch of prints. The light would get brighter, dimmer, because it was, depending on the weather and the clouds and stuff. So a south-facing room is not cool for any kind of, artistic work where you're looking at colors and color balances and color temperatures and stuff. But whatever, that's the way we lived. I couldn't do anything about it. Sometimes when I was printing, I would end up really drawing the curtains tightly during the day because I couldn't just figure out what the colors were because of the sunshine coming in. The other downside is the flask. This is a lens, and my carving bench was within reach of the sunlight in the early mornings. Once the sun rose in the sky, it wouldn't come far into the room, but in the early mornings it would come into the room, and it would reach this flask. And once, I don't remember even how or why I was doing it, I'd done something, I'd taken the flask off and put it on the tatami mats and gone ahead and done something else. It was still there. Next morning, sun comes in, hits this thing, and focuses onto the tatami mat. We're having breakfast. One of the kids says, "Dad, do you smell something?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I do smell something." We start investigating, and the tatami mat is starting to smoke right beside this lens where the sunshine is coming in on it. So bingo, all hands on deck. There could have been a fire. It didn't catch flames, but if I'd been out of the house, if I'd taken the kids to school or something and the sunlight came in. So this is dangerous. If you're going to fool around with one of these things, please keep that in mind. It's a super good lens, and you could set your house on fire. So what we did after that, my daughter, she made a cover for it. She got some cloth and a sewing machine, and she made a sack, a cover for it. And that was it. The rule from then on was anytime I wasn't using it, whether it was hanging or whether it was on the floor, anytime it wasn't in use, soup, on goes the sack, on goes the cover. It must be around here somewhere, but I don't use it anymore. We're in the depths, dark of a building now with no chance of sunlight hitting us at all, ever. I see some, auto mod stuff here. It was held. Just a minute, click. Hang on a sec. Allow. I don't know. You're chatting about Cameron there, I see. And Cameron should be here this morning, I think. He's going to be really busy. It's payday here today. We pay on the first banking day after the first of the month. So today it's payday, the day my bank account gets slaughtered, whatever, it's life. So he's going to be really busy today. But I've also got some news for him. His his job of helping me with this stream is going to change. Maybe we'll save that news for when he gets here. I'll break it to him gently. I heard some noises downstairs. There might be another delivery. We've had tons of deliveries. Do you hear anything? I'm off camera, aren't I? Gotta get. Where am I here? Over here. Is there any specific thing the wood chips get used for? No, they're just going to go in the garbage. And we've talked about this before. I know at one point my girlfriend wanted them because she felt that the ash from burning cherry was something good for her plants in her garden. But she tried it once or twice and then gave up. You know. Nesting material for fridge. This corner is one place where the party attendees are going to have trouble, these corners, because the color on this image comes right out to the border. The other images we've used, you know, the Peach Boy story, whatever, the characters are in the middle and there's an outside ring, but the colors don't come very far out. On this one, the colors come right to the ring. And with us, our professional printers, we're okay, 2 fingers, that's enough between the edge of the block here and the color. But we're going to have to really be strict with the party attendees. Yell at them, yell at them, yell at them. Don't let your color come overseas here. Otherwise it'll come on the outside of the paper. Just another reason why this is going to be a bit more difficult for people to print than our normal party stuff. A bit more difficult. Ha! The bench is moving bit by bit and it's going to bang the tripod soon. Let's haul it back. I see my name in lights. Oh, TV show. Yeah, thank you. I still haven't seen it myself yet. Somebody sent me a copy of it, but I just haven't had time to see it. Someone's asking what design are we working on? Wow. I think I've got an image of that here actually. Just a minute. Here. This is the concept. This is the real print trimmed to show what we're doing here. The print we're calling it the microwave. It's a simplified version of the Great Wave. What you're seeing on the screen here is not a simplified version. It's the real thing just shrunk down. But what we have done ourselves is we've recut. Here's the version. we have recut all the lines. 8 people have come down to 3 people. The lines have still fat. We've put the title in the middle here. So it's our simplified version of the Great Wave. It's for the party room, the print party activities here in our shop in Asakusa. And the stream long ago christened this the microwave, which I guess we're going to stick with. I always have a great wave on hand. I do indeed, you know, always, always, always. People come in this room, they see me, they chat with me. We've got another one. Here's the real thing. I've always got it on hand in one form or another. Okay, back to work here. Back to work. Back to work. Too much talking. Am I on camera? Just barely, right? It's okay. Coming along. Look at this. Coming along. A few more minutes of banging. Should be okay. Pitbull. Oh, it's okay. TV star. How you doing? We've got the so we've got fridge here. Perhaps should be highlighted a bit more. I feel like a bit of a dork, you know. Thanks, Mom, but I'm a 66-year-old guy playing with nuigurumi. Playing with stuffed toys. It's okay. Everybody's allowed a little leeway. Just so you know, new people here, my mother sent this a few months ago. It arrived here actually on her birthday. I opened the package on stream here, not on my birthday, but on her birthday. And she had sent this owl she found somewhere in Vancouver. And the stream adopted it right away, and this has become one of the mascots of our setup here. I suppose it's actually something she bought at a local shop there, so it's probably copyrighted, trademarked, all that kind of stuff. I don't know what it is. But I don't think what we're using it for is anything, I know, No, there's no name or identifying thing. Just for the record here. Handmade in Bogor, Indonesia. Bogor, Indonesia. And it's made from plastic pellets and polyurethane foam. Bogor, Indonesia. Interesting. So another little twist to our story. We get Indonesian visitors in the shop. Not all that common, but not so rare. These days, visiting Japan here, it's not just Westerners, from England, France, America, Canada, whatever. It's people from all over the place. Lots of Malaysians, quite a few Indonesians, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Singapore, lots and lots of Australians, of course. So the owl went from Indonesia to Canada. Actually, it says, I didn't read the whole label, it's a California organization, so it could have gone from Indonesia to California first. It's Aurora World Incorporated, a place called Pico Rivera, California. Handmade in Bogor, Indonesia. July 2017. It's even got a birthday. July 2017. There you are. Twitch is not yet 1 year old. Anyway, enough, Dave. Don't fool around too much here. As I said, we get a little bit of show and tell here. Maybe save that for when Cameron gets here. What is it now? 8:37. He should be here not too far. We'll do the show and tell when he gets here. Nice, interesting thing I picked up yesterday. So that arrived yesterday. Speak of. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Payday today, right?
Woo.
You're the man the staff all wants to see today.
Yeah.
How's it going? How's your weekend?
That was nice. Yeah.
What's a weekend, by the way?
What is a weekend? A few days where I don't come into work. I can play in the garden, sleep in until 7:30.
I heard about stuff. A little dig there, right?
Yeah.
So. Okay, news updates. Things are working well. See the blue line on the floor here?
Yeah.
You know what that is?
Yes, Ethan, all the way across the building.
Yeah, we've plugged into the mother load all the way at the end of the building.
And it's
In
helping.
fact, it's helping. And in fact, it gives me a chance to show off again to the stream. What I did was.
Yeah.
Here, you
What
can see,
is
I put it in here. I got to gloat about this. There's not much I can gloat about in my life these days, but I can gloat about this. There's our speed.
Oh my gosh. Almost 600 up and down.
And down. Up is faster.
That's unbelievable.
Okay, gloat. Hi, okay. 500 billion bits per second. What a show off. Too bad, as I said, there's not a whole lot I can show off about it anymore. So. Okay, I think you can take it. The
All right.
interface is here. We've got a couple things.
Is the camera doing okay? The new
It was
setup?
doing okay, except I screwed up at the beginning.
Oh,
The interface is just perfect. It hasn't.
good.
But this morning I set it all up, got going, started carving.
Yeah.
I thought everything was okay. And out of the corner of my eye, I can see all these caps, there's capital letters and black
Stop
and whatever,
it.
stop, whatever. And I look up, and it's the same thing. The tripod was on the bench here,
Oh,
and every blow I hit is an earthquake. They're all screaming, and somebody do something today,
Getting
phone,
seasick.
call an ambulance, whatever. And it was maybe a minute before I noticed.
Oh no. Okay, but
All right,
not a
here we
real
go.
problem. That's just
No, whatever.
shaking
I'm
the
not
camera.
gonna-
Okay.
All right, take it away, sir. Take it away.
All right.
The other thing I have is I've got a small little show and tell here to
Oh,
do.
good.
Something
Like
that came yesterday. Oh, where? Just get the microphone here. Let's move it. What do we need? So you've just gone under the cable. So if we do this under here, put the microphone up between us. Is that the best way to go? I think
Think
audio
so.
seems to be pretty good these days.
Yeah, absolutely fair.
There we go. Test your audio.
Hello. It looks like it's doing alright. Oh, it's flashing red a little bit. Oh, after you clapped it. It flashed red.
Oh, the audio, you mean?
Yeah.
Peaking.
Yep. Too high. So at that speed, you could run 20 streams simultaneously.
A bunch, yeah. So, well, the router, I think, would get a bit scrambled, but
Yeah.
whatever, yeah. The raw bandwidth
Might
is
start
enough.
glowing hot.
The other thing is the ping is 4. 4. Just, I mean, where is NTT's router? Here in
Yeah.
the room or something? You know,
Yeah.
outside the
Must
window? I
be.
don't know.
Is Japanese internet speed normally that amazing? There are 2 options. You can get really cheap, slow internet, or this. Those are basically...
But this is really common. This is not
Yeah.
rare that we pay special money for.
No,
Every
no.
household has access to this.
Yeah.
Everywhere. In whatever village now, in the remotest part of Japan. In fact, the villages got it first. Because the guy, no, we didn't get it in Ome until long after.
Huh. Interesting.
Long after people in like Yatsugatake had it and stuff like that. You know.
Huh.
So, because the downtown core had it first. And then the government did this thing about we want to make sure that people in the villages don't get crippled and 50
Left
years
behind,
left
yeah.
behind. So they jumped the ring around Tokyo. They jumped out there. So
Huh.
those places like where you were living,
Yeah,
back when
yeah.
you got that.
Yeah.
And then it finally came in. And you're out in Ome, we were about the last group to get those kind of
Interesting.
speeds, optical fiber. You know.
Huh.
So I get the policy. It was okay. Make sure that people
Yeah.
in rural areas didn't get
Yeah.
shafted. Whatever. So.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what am I doing here? Okay, I've got a. What time is it now? It's
It's 8:42.
8:40. Okay, let's do the little bit of show and tell. I guess whatever. It's no big deal. I've got something kind of nice. There's a bunch of stuff you got to see. Oh my God, auctions! I spent too much money the last few days, but it's okay. We'll get it back.
But
We'll
it's
get it back.
exciting.
We'll get it back. We'll get it back. It's this one. This is a little funny. It wasn't described well on the auction page.
Moldy old paper. No, just kidding.
So basically, that's how it was described on the auction page. It said, I forget what it said, old book, something
Old
like
book.
that. I can't remember what it said. But there must have been
Pretty
something, a
on.
keyword. There must have been a keyword that came up that I would have been in my searches. So
Yeah,
it must have been
hanga or
hanga or
something.
moku or something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever. So anyway, so I got it. Nobody else bid. Nobody else was interested. And what this is, what we are looking at here, this is completely made by Woodblock Printmaking. And it's coming apart. It's been beaten up. And what it is, am I on camera?
Whoa, yeah, right in the middle.
Right, and it says, it's interesting, it says Shogaku, this is a very old kanji that's not
Yeah.
used anymore, elementary school, Shogaku, Nyumon, introduction. And it's Meiji 8, January. This is really unusual. It's a textbook,
Huh.
but textbooks in Japan nowadays are always issued on the fourth month, April,
Yeah.
because the school year starts in April.
Right.
But perhaps, and I haven't researched this yet, perhaps the school year back then was still starting on the calendar
Huh.
year. Because this is a school textbook
Yeah.
dated January.
January.
Meiji 8. What's Meiji 8 in real life? I don't know.
1868, 1876 or
Something
so?
like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty much back there, you know. And this is clearly, Japan is now starting to modernize.
Look how
And this
soft
is,
that old paper is.
and this is now Monbusho. This is the government, it's what would you call it? In,
Department of Education.
Department of Education.
Yeah.
So this must be right back at the beginning of the Meiji 8 to show after the restoration. They've already set up a Department of Education. The Department of Education is already commissioning textbooks. And here they go. And this is, what it is this a textbook for Japanese language? Yes. Is it a textbook for geometry? Yes. Is it a textbook for the arts classes? Yes. It's a textbook for the whole thing. Nowadays, when you go to school, you get your history book, your geography book, your geometry book, blah, blah. This is the whole thing. And I can't, we'll take hours to show you the whole thing. We just page through bit by bit.
You don't
Step
have to
one
write, though.
is writing your letters. It's the hiragana alphabet, and it's done in the old iro, ha, ni, ho, he, to, chiri, nuru, o, wa, ka. You going to explain what this is, or am I going to explain what this is?
Go ahead. If you
I know alphabetical order in the West, I don't even know how alphabetical order came out, but at some point they decided A was going to be first, followed by B, followed by C. I don't know, it probably had different variations, but somewhere along the line, alphabetical order became set.
Yeah.
In Japan, there's 2 ways to do it, and the traditional old way is they take the 47 syllables of the alphabet, the Japanese alphabet, the kana alphabet, and somebody, I have no idea who this is it known or not known? I don't know. Somebody made a poem
yeah,
using
somebody
all
made a poem.
47 syllables, each once and only once.
Yeah.
And we have that Japanese, the English sentence, they try to use all 26 letters. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy yellow dog or something.
Yeah,
He uses
yeah.
all 26 letters, but
Yeah,
lots
yeah.
of them are repeats.
Right.
You do it in Japanese, all 47 syllables made a poem with no repeating and use them all.
Yeah.
And iro, ha, ni, ho, he, to, even I know this, chiri, nuru, o, wa, ka. yotsu, no, yotare, sotsu. That's about as far as I can get, whatever, to remember this. Anyway, every kid
Yeah.
about my generation or older knows this by heart because that's how they learned their alphabet.
Right.
In modern time, they use what's called nani goju on, the 50 sounds.
Right.
And when we turn the page and get to the katakana alphabet, this is
they're that
a, i, u, e, o, kaki, ku, ke, ko, sa, shi, tsu, su, se, so. They're arranged
That way.
phonetically,
Yeah.
the modern way.
That is cool.
That is cool. I have no idea why. Traditional way, the poem, and also they've got still the old renderings of the things there,
Wow.
which nobody can read anymore. Nobody. But back then was elementary school level stuff. So. Then, okay, so we go through the alphabet. Then we've got the doubles, the gagi, gu, ge, go, whatever, the modifications of the sound. Ta becomes da, ga becomes ha becomes ga, things like that. And then we have our kanji.
Some entry-level kanji.
Entry-level
We got
kanji.
numbers.
There's numbers. And it starts in 0. There was no 0 originally. You didn't need it. But by this point now we're starting to use 0 as a placeholder.
So they just drew a circle. It just looks like a 0, but
So
it's such a
it's
perfectly
blank.
round
So.
circle.
But you don't need it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000.
The old
and then it
kanji
jumps
for
to
man.
oku.
Wow. Yeah.
Jumps to oku. So.
That's the
And now we
old
have our
one.
numbers.
Hey.
0, 1, 2. This is all wood block. It's all carved in wood block. We have, and then the strange
Roman.
foreign stuff, the Romans,
The Roman numeral.
which also has no 0. Of
Right.
course, they
Yep.
they never figured that out. Those
Yep.
guys back in old Rome. This is fun. The staff here, I showed this to you yesterday. They had no idea what this is. But before you talk about this page, I'm going to skip ahead one page. Everybody knew what this is. Cameron, did you learn this? Cuckoo?
No.
It's a table.
It's a multiplication
2
table,
multiplied
or
by
what?
2 gives 4.
Okay.
3 multiplied by 2 is 6. 5 multiplied by 3 is 15.
Yeah.
7 multiplied by 6 is, where are we here? 42. And Japanese kids learn this as a chant.
Oh, as a chant. Yes,
As a
I
chant.
have heard
I
that.
can't do it because it's so many years since my kids left
Yeah,
home, but it was a nini blah da da blah da da blah da. They learn it as a chant, and that's how they learn their multiplication tables. But nobody these days does it for plus, and that's what this table is.
Huh.
2 plus 2 is 4. 3 plus 5 is 8.
Cool.
1 plus 8 is 9. And none of the staff here had ever seen this or heard about it. It's the same thing.
Interesting.
Kuku no zu.
Huh.
Tashizan kuku no zu.
The
So this
addition table.
disappeared. It was maybe
Yeah.
assumed that everybody can do this in your mind. You can add 1 plus 1 without really needing a special thing.
Yeah.
But for the multiplication, everybody had to learn the chant that goes with this. And then it goes on to your usual kind of stuff. And interesting, it doesn't start at A, it starts at E. And this is now vocabulary. It's tango zu, daichi, page 1 for tango zu.
Oh, E because Iro ha ni ho.
Ah, yeah, okay.
But
then it doesn't
no,
go
then
Iro
it goes
han.
to he.
It goes
What?
to he. So. No, this is
Oh, no,
E.
that's also E.
That's E.
Yeah,
So.
it's E. Yep.
The story is going to get too long.
Oh my gosh.
But it doesn't go do. This is just
Whoa.
the A, I, U, E, O group. It's E.
Huh.
And it's just the vocabulary.
Yeah.
What it is. It's names and...
Emma over there with the old E.
Yeah, so
Yay.
with the old E. So.
Yeah. Wow.
So page by page by page.
This
This is
is
vocabulary,
fascinating.
vocabulary practice. But the kanji are way more. Many of these kanji are not used anymore at all.
No.
Not a lot of. And a blank page. Interesting. That's not a page missing. It's a blank page.
Huh.
Okay, I'm going to skip ahead a bit because this section is just simply vocabulary.
Vocabulary.
And the other thing is, let me see, before I skip too far, the things are here. It started with like animals and stuff. Okay, same as you do maybe in English. Then it's fruits,
Yeah.
plants. And now look at this. This is household stuff. So here is your Meiji era household.
goods.
This is the place where the cooking happens. This is the cooking pot. This is the teapot. There's your tray for serving the stuff. There's your
Huh.
bowl. There's your washing up bucket. That's the thing for measuring out rice.
Yeah.
There's your household goods from Meiji. There's your kitchen.
Yep.
A modern kitchen, 18,
So
what
it's
is
like,
it?
ooh, tea kettle.
1860 or so.
Yeah.
Your rice ladle, your rice bowls, your soup bowls, stuff like this. And then
It's
it's sort of-
over there.
it's in order of the things that were.
Where's the fridge?
Where's the fridge? Aye, we've got our fridge. Aye. Then what's next? This is stationery, Rachel.
That's what it looks
Book,
like.
pen, scissors, stuff like this. These are all household goods, all in the shape they would have used. Lanterns, festival stuff. Drum,
Yeah.
the lanterns in the festival.
A
Fans,
clock in the
a
middle of
clock. Wow, a Western clock and a thermometer and a watch.
Huh.
And then the various types of kimono. This is clothing.
Yeah.
Look at this, a top hat. What? What?
That is really funny. Is that the bow and boshi? I can't tell from here, but
Where?
the hat. For the hat one.
I don't know.
Yeah,
No
okay.
idea. I don't know how to read that.
But,
Body parts? I would have thought they might have come first, but whatever.
yeah.
Top hat comes before nose. Okay, I'm not sure about the way they
And
use things there.
They aren't writing the, even though it's an elementary school book, they didn't write out the readings for any of these body parts. They've only written the kanji.
But I
which
guess
find
that's the idea, right?
interesting.
You know what this is. It's an eye.
you
So
know it's
this
me,
is, you know,
so, yeah. Okay,
I mean, they
that's
didn't,
true.
they didn't carve the readings, yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of these. It's kanji. They're not used anymore. And this whole thing is woodblock. Let me just skip ahead. Okay, now we have here. This is now we finished the vocabulary. Now we're moving on to actual phrases and words, and the stuff they're teaching first, and it's all father, older sister. You know, the different family relationships and family
Yeah.
members. Then sample sentences, and look at the maru, the way they end sentences. It's not the modern maru. It's the giant maru. That's the end of a sentence.
Yeah.
That's your period. That's your dot to show the end of a sentence.
Huh.
Whatever, literature. Now we move along to physical stuff. And it is. It's straight line. Orisen, folded lines.
Yeah.
Curved lines. Wavy, nami sen desho? Nami.
Yeah, wave.
Wavy lines. Spiral, helix.
Yeah. Mosquito
Really?
coil. Is that what
And it's all, and now it starts to get, for me now, it starts to get much more interesting back here. And this is all one textbook. And you've got the shakusun. These are the measurements, explaining the old Japanese measurement. This is before, this is not inches and feet, it's before
Yeah,
metric
centimeters,
system.
anything,
This
yeah.
is the old Japanese measuring system being, you know,
Wow.
being explained. Then here we go, geometry. You know what this is all about? Sankaku, 3 shape, rokkaku, 6 shape. They name them the same as we do. Triangle, try 3.
Yeah.
Hexagon, hex was 6. Same.
Yeah.
Any language does the same thing. And then look at this. We have
Colors.
colors, but they don't quite work because a lot of these colors have really become faded
Oh,
over time.
sure.
There's shu. This is supposed to be vermilion, and it ain't vermilion anymore. It
No,
might have been
it
vermilion
is
back in
not.
1862, but it's not vermilion now. And they start to show some simple how colors combine, overlap. Red and blue are combining to give a purple.
Huh.
And this is an elementary school textbook, and it finishes with a grotesquely faded but really interesting color wheel.
Yeah, that shoe is
Yeah,
long
it's,
gone.
it's all long gone. So, yeah.
All the
And
others held out pretty well.
Pretty well, so but it's interesting. The purple, for example, this is a printed purple. They didn't do it by printing red and printing blue overlapping. That's here.
Yeah.
This is printed with a purple. I don't know why they did that. They've carved different color blocks for all those things. And there's a darker and a lighter and a lighter. They've done it in
Yeah.
progressive, getting darker and lighter. There's a
Huh.
lot of work to go into that page.
Oh yeah.
So there we are. Little cool thing I picked up on auctions.
Definitely.
1,000 yen. Nobody else bid against me.
1,000 yen.
1,000 yen. $9 plus postage.
Yeah.
And nobody bid against me. Nobody wants it.
Wow.
We're not going to sell it. Don't get misunderstood. This isn't going in the shop. This is part of our woodblock collection.
Yeah.
And again, it emphasizes the fact woodblock printing in the old days was nothing to do with art. It was simply the printing business.
It was a way to print stuff.
The printing business. It was the only way for them to do that. This, of course, this must soon have been blown away by printing press prepared material,
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course.
Oh, I'm
Very soon, a year or 2 or 3 years after this would
Yeah.
have happened. So. But right back there at the beginning of Meiji, the only way they had to put stuff out was
Yeah. Wow.
now. What I can do now, I've still got more banging left, but I can put that aside for a minute because you're here and talking with the banging. I can move ahead to do smaller work, quieter work,
Okay.
clearing this stuff out inside here. In fact, what I'll do is I'll do that with the scope so that I can zoom in
Ooh.
and give a bit different feel to the. Just a minute. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, don't
There
panic.
it
Don't
is,
panic.
yeah.
Don't panic. Don't panic.
This camera seems to focus quite quickly too. Is this,
Oh,
not
it's
a
a
new
different,
one,
it's a different
just
camera.
a different camera.
It's a new old one. It's a recycled camera from the drawer. You know, so let me try and find a spot here. We'll zoom in. So I'll give you a visual taste to the end of the stream here. Will be a bit different. I can't see where I am, Cameron. So I know you can. Are we okay?
Right there, yeah.
All right. Good. Okay.
People are saying, or some questions for you about that book. As we're going, do you think there might be some poisonous colors in there, like arsenic or other things that?
Good question. I don't know. It was made by wood
Dangerous.
blocks, so back then they didn't know. The yellow may be made from sulfur and arsenic. It wouldn't be anything dangerous to the kids at that point.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to boil it up and drink it.
Drink the
And it's
drink,
certainly
yeah.
not something that comes off on your fingers when you
Yeah.
rub. So that's
Right.
not really a factor.
Okay. And why do you think the vermilion would have faded? Would it have been
it
iron-based,
does.
perhaps
No, it's,
rusted, or?
The vermilion, it's sulfuretted mercury, and it just oxidizes.
Okay, it just oxidizes.
Within, it starts to oxidize minutes after you use it. You know, I
Huh.
mean, we don't use it anymore because
Yeah.
it changes so quickly.
Wow.
And I'm sure that book was an ephemeral production. You give it to
Yeah.
the kids for 1 year and bang, it's gone. It's a
Gone,
school
yeah.
textbook. Who
Very
cares,
much.
you know? So, although I'm not quite sure actually. It doesn't say grade 1. And
Yeah,
when you
it's
think
just
of all the
elementary
things
school.
covered in there, I think that would have been used over a few years.
Mm.
And my suspicion, I haven't done any research here whatsoever, but I guess that may not have been a book that was given to the little kids when they came in at the beginning.
Mm.
It's called Shogakko Nyumon, Introduction to Elementary School Work.
Yeah.
And this may have been something, I'm only guessing, given to adults who never had a chance to go to school. And once the new schools were set up and the kids were doing this, the adults were all like, well, what about me?
Yeah.
And something
I wanna
like
learn
this.
something.
Yeah. So we might have night school textbooks now for
Yeah.
adults who are taking, stuff like
Yeah.
that. But I don't know.
Interesting.
It doesn't look like a progressive book that would have been given to kids. We'll start here, we'll
Yeah.
learn this grade 1, grade
Yeah.
2, grade 3. It doesn't look progressive. It looks
Huh.
like a wrap-up of the stuff that is
Yeah.
learned in elementary school.
Hmm.
But I don't know. There may be people who research these and who know much more about it than I do, of course. So.
Saying, I think this show and tell today was designed for Kantar. He was having a lot of fun. With all
The translating and
characters
stuff?
translating and
Okay.
everything.
It would be fun to scan it and put it online, stuff like that, but it's like, please don't wait for that. There's no way I have time for fooling around like that.
And talking about, let's see what else was in
$9.
there. Yeah. Ken Hallett says, "What a wonderful, or is another wonderful show and tell. This has to become a regular feature of the stream, as long as you keep getting cool stuff."
Yeah, I get it. I know somebody also mentioned earlier, Dave, your collection should be online and stuff. And ultimately, I guess it should be, of course, online with nice commentary and shown. But
Mhm.
my God, life.
Huge amount of work.
Yeah, life. There's no way I can do that.
Yeah.
If Mokuhankan grows to really quite a substantial size, perhaps in the middle of all of our work activities, there would be room for doing that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I think somebody also mentioned too, it's intern's job. We could have an intern do that.
Yeah.
And there's no intern culture really in Japan to speak of.
Mm.
My friend Mike Lyon did that. He's in Kansas City. He has a very nice collection of Meiji era prints.
Yeah.
And he did exactly that. He hired some art college students to come in and do the scanning and do the research for him and write-ups and stuff like
Huh.
that. So his collection is online
Cool.
in a nicely presented way, but it's all in a very dispassionate way. Just click here, what's the title, what's the artist's name,
Yeah.
There's no background information.
Got it.
So it's not specifically interesting, but the data is there.
Mm.
I forget what he calls it. Mike Lyon, as in Lyon. It's out there online. I think he calls it the Mike Lyon Collection. I'm not sure.
Yeah. And, people asking, would it be possible to translate Dave's old book using that chart of old hiragana in the textbook? one of these other small books we've gotten from Ueda-san. Well, they're still loaded with old handwritten looking kanji, so knowing all the old versions of hiragana will help in a
Would
few
help,
instances,
yeah,
but
so-
it
so
won't.
You've
it
got to
won't
know
help
one
the
to
whole
do the
book.
other. So,
Yeah.
so. Well, there are people who read it. I know
Yeah.
many calligraphy teachers, because as part of their job teaching calligraphy, they study the shape of the old characters.
Right.
So any typical lady in town here who teaches calligraphy in the next block, she
Yeah.
got to sign up elementary school students, please come here. She will be able to read that right away.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is not something that's lost to the culture. People can read it, but not what can I say? Not normal people. Not normal people. I know.
The average citizen.
Yeah, unless you've got a specific interest in calligraphy and or old characters.
Yeah, it's
you-
learnable.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
not
sure,
everyone knows.
Sure,
it.
sure.
Yeah.
It's quite doable.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't want to emphasize, didn't want to say this is some ancient, archaic thing that is now lost to the world. That's not like that at all. In every community, there are people who can read those things.
Yeah.
Nearly all women.
Oh, they've got a link to the Lion Connect collection. Thank you. Oh, Ken Hallett also asked, Dave, did you have something to talk to Cameron about?
Oh,
what
yes,
it was?
yes.
Okay.
I was
Oh,
semi.
no.
No, it's okay. I know this job you do here. You come in and do wingman for me here.
Yeah. I'm getting replaced.
You're
right?
getting replaced.
Oh, yes. No, I knew about that. We talked about it on Friday. Yeah. That's fine. I'll be fine.
Jay, you want to explain what's going on? Cameron's not getting replaced. We have another option that has come up.
Yeah. One of our staff members.
So
the new
did
girl,
we talk
you've
about
met
this on
her,
Friday, did we?
Yeah,
I forget.
briefly.
Okay, sorry about that.
No, it's okay. Ray recently joined us a month or so ago, and so you occasionally see her. Occasionally see her here in the morning, and we found out she's been avoiding the rush hour, so she comes extra early to the neighborhood.
8 o'clock, yeah.
And
hangs outside
in a coffee shop or just chills outside until it's time to come in. And when you found out,
yeah.
like, no, don't waste your time. Come on in.
Start your date.
Yeah.
You come in.
You're already here.
Clock in on your timesheet.
Yeah.
Get busy, you know.
Yep. Put the time that you're out here on your timesheet and do stuff. So
the deal is, she doesn't come every day. She comes once or twice a week, and it won't be every day that she comes that she has this early time. It depends on the train schedule.
But if she's early, then...
If she's here, she speaks English really well. She's a personable young lady, so we just said, hey, sit on the wingman seat and get together and talk with the chat. You know, so. She's a very interesting girl. She's 16 years old, and she's way more, I don't want to say sophisticated, it's the wrong word. She's just... She can talk to people. She can do stuff. She behaves normally, which I couldn't do when I was 16. You know,
okay.
I don't know how you were when you were that age, but
I don't know either.
I was a real stumble bump. But this girl chats with everybody and knows things, and she's smart. And she went to school in Britain for 3 years, which is why her English is fine.
Very good, yeah.
So anyway, long story short, on some of these morning sessions, you'll meet young Day Chan instead of Cameron. So Cameron isn't being pastured out, but.
They're sending me up to the farm upstate. So that's
better than glue factory, Cameron.
Yeah, better than the glue factory. Oh, thanks. Let's see.
So we talked about it. I forgot that. Sorry about that.
No, that's fine. Let's see. Is it Rei? R-E-I?
Well, this is interesting.
Yeah.
Okay,
go ahead.
No, I'll keep quiet. Go ahead.
The hiragana to her name would normally be transliterated R-E-I, but since she lived, as you said, 3 years in the UK and spoke English with everybody all the time, she decided to write her name R-A-Y. So when it's written in English, it's R-A-Y, but in Japanese, she uses the kanji for it. So kind of interesting. She says, I know it's normally a boy's name, but doesn't care. So that's what she's...
But when we're speaking to her, you know, it's funny because there are some scrambles. When we're speaking to her in Japanese, I will say, Day-chan, blah, 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 1999, Day-chan. But then we'll switch to English. Can you go fix that something over there? And then I should say Ray, but I can't make my mouth do that. Ray, can you go over there? Because we have to add chan. You can't just use the first word. So we'll say things like, Day-chan, can you come over here, please? You know, Day-chan is Japanese, and then switch to English, blah, blah, blah. And I blew her, I didn't understand what I was doing, but the other day, and I was looking for a phone number. And I was giving her the phone number to write down. And I didn't understand what had happened. I had said something like 080-2478-1456. And without knowing it, I had switched partway through, because it was the zero, the day. We don't, you know, it's difficult sometimes to put the zero into phone numbers. It's sometimes maru, it's sometimes zero, it's sometimes day. And I think because her name was Day, my brain fused. And I said something like 080 Ichirei Nanahachi. And she just looked at me with her eyes and like, huh? So, but she did it. She wrote it down.
I assume school finishes at 16? Not quite. She's doing an international school program. I'm sure if you ask her about it when she's in here, she might tell you a little bit about it. But
she's an international student at a special type of school. Not special in sense of smart kids, just
different from the standard. She won't be using this textbook. I think it's mostly an English language program even.
I don't know.
She's hoping to, in the future, go live in Europe or something.
She had to do, when she was here on, I guess it was Friday, on the weekend she had a camp. She does not want to do this. She doesn't, like, go to do grade level English practice. She doesn't know she can speak English better than the instructors already, but she needs the documentation and certificate. So
Yep.
she has to sit these stupid tests,
Yeah.
even though she's bored out of her skull and she can
Mhm.
write the darn test. You know?
Yeah. So she works at Mokuhankan. Yeah, she's been here a few months, or I don't know.
She's
how long,
working in the
but-
shop and doing and assisting with print parties.
Print
She's
parties,
not
yeah.
yet experienced enough to run a print party by herself, although that's not too far away. You know, she could probably do that now.
Yeah. And so she's been here for a while, doing part-time. Was it usually 2-3 days a week?
2 or 3 days a week, yeah. I mean, she is a student, so she can't do too much more. We really like her. She's cheerful and friendly and smart.
Just
and
fun.
she rings what's the word? Presses all the right buttons for me in somebody, you know, when we look for a person. So
I'm looking for staff. Yeah.
very happy. We won't have her too long because, of course, she's going to, you know, fly away and go to college and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So while we've got her, we'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's sort of a running joke between me and her. Her idea is she's going to be a doctor. This is her career path. She's going to be a surgeon, I think, was
Wow.
the current plan. Which, of course, nobody can criticize her.
No.
But my joke with her, and it's an open running joke now, is that I'm going to make this place so interesting for her. And she'll have so much fun here and enjoy life, you know, doing things that she'll give up the idea of being a famous brain surgeon and come and work at Mokuhankan.
Just come and work at Mokuhankan.
Don't say just. What's this just?
But I
That's
thought you said
that's
just.
the mindset. Did I? That's the mindset we were trying to erase. You know, so.
We're gonna have to rewind the stream. Let's see what
So.
happened. Yeah.
The same for you, Cameron, right?
Oh, I'm
Whatever
here,
previous career path you were thinking of, right?
I am. Yep.
I know you're going to be prime minister,
Now
first
I'm-
foreign-born prime minister or something, whatever. I don't know, whatever it was,
Prime Minister
whatever
of
your
Japan.
career path was thinking. It's now been sidetracked, and
And
you're
I'm
now.
getting cyberbullied on Twitter. Oh. And now Cam is stuck. Yep.
No. I mean,
No,
it's a very serious point. You know,
Yeah.
our idea here is to try and make our place as interesting as
Interesting,
possible.
yeah,
I mean, I'm having a
absolutely.
hugely interesting life. Why
Yeah.
shouldn't everybody else be doing the same thing?
Mhm.
So I'm in no way being sarcastic about this.
Yeah.
You know, all of us here on this planet really think to use our time in an enjoyable, pleasant way, which brings benefits to society. Bingo.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the meaning of life in capital ML letters. You know.
Saying, like, oh, she could be a tree surgeon on woodblocks.
Cool. Whatever. That's the thing too. The younger generation of people working here, they're the ones who are going to define what the job is, not just what I've built. You know,
Yeah.
right now the jobs here are the jobs that I've defined because that's just the nature of the beast.
Mhm.
But moving forward,
Yeah.
bingo. You know.
That's some stuff.
Anyway, she's a real nice girl, and you'll be seeing more of her.
Yep.
I hope.
Yeah.
It's possible when her mother hears about this, her mother might say, "What? Social media, live broadcasting, streaming?
Yeah.
No daughter of mine is going to do such a thing." It's possible. I know.
It's possible, but
Mom, don't
Doesn't
panic. She's
matter,
going to keep
I
her
don't
clothes
know.
on, you know. Whatever. When you read the newspapers in Japan, that's what you read. You know, girls
Yeah.
doing live streaming, and you know, the newspapers highlight
Trouble.
the
Yeah.
bad stories. You know.
yeah.
So this is what the mothers and stuff read. So.
Yeah. Probably imagine.
Hmm. Hmm.
Thing. Technically, it would be a tree mortician, not a tree surgeon. I guess because the trees are already dead. So,
Ah, in our
jumping
case,
back,
I mean, yeah. A wood surgeon, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Am I in view and stuff? I
Yeah,
can't
you're
see
right in the
it now,
middle.
so-
It's looking great.
Something else I meant to mention to you, we put the books, the Japanese Edo era novels that we've been talking about recently. There's a
Yeah.
bunch of them now in the shop. They're
Oh,
up and
good.
running, and
Yeah.
people they're selling.
They're looking
People
at
are selling.
really.
Yep.
Oh, good.
I'm not quite sure how to do it on the flea market to get it to our online friends. I
Yeah.
don't know. So.
Ohayou gozaimasu.
Oh, Suga-san, good morning.
おはようございます
I get my heart jumps there.
It's
Kitamura-san
Is the paper
desu.
out?
It's a paper's out. So gotta get that's my stimulus for the day. Oh my God, is it?
美味しそういただきます
結構甘い。
甘い
結構甘い。だから
本当
僕先日一つ食べたんですけど、もう僕食べない。いや、もう本当に2、3分の間に血の中のすっごい
血糖値が
バーン上がります。もう本当に生砂糖
saying
ポ
what
チョンポチョン
is
ポチョン。
extra sweet.
そうだからなんか飲み
Within a couple minutes of
お
eating it,
紅茶
you
飲み
felt
ながら
blood
と
あーお茶
skyrocket.
飲みながらね喉乾いちゃうねこれね
そう本当に気を
Drink a
つけて
bunch
く
of
ださい。
water.
whatever, or have it with tea.
あ
Whatever.
りがとうございま
You
す
say good morning. はい。
はい
Yes, yes,
ありがとうございますよいしょ
紙用意したんですが、
はい
ちょっといろんな種類ありますから、ちょっと私が外すか一緒に外す
わか
か。
りました
What's funny there?
Kantar says, I know how to do it for the flea market. You put them up there, and I purchase them.
What I meant was,
Ooh, party going on.
oh, please let that not be for today. Is there a date on it? Can you
Yes,
see?
June 9th. So
Okay,
not
good.
today.
Good.
We're
We're,
good.
we're basically booked. You know, we got 3. It's a 4, 5, and a 4, I think, and it's just me and Kawai-san.
Oh no.
It's not. Oh no, I mean we're happy to see the people, but,
Right. But it's a
also.
busy
So
day.
before I remember the first one, it's Chibi Heroes and Portraits customer,
Oh wow.
and she wrote in her registration,
Yeah.
"Looking forward to see you. I've got a bunch of your prints, blah blah blah."
Yeah.
But when I checked to see what it was, she went portrait set number 1, didn't ever finish the last one.
I have something to tell you. I followed up with all the people. There were about 30 people who are missing just one print. So I contacted all of them. That's
Okay.
what that big batch of emails
Yeah,
was.
no, I saw. But this lady, this is customer number 17. I don't think you went back this far. This was 2014. She left the last print off in 2014. I don't
Yeah.
think you've been following up on those.
That's what I did on Friday.
All those, really?
All
Okay.
those, yep, because I found
Alright,
there
okay,
were so
okay.
many who
Well,
just
there
missed
you are.
one.
Well, then, if she got your email, she's coming today.
Okay. So do we have any of those portraits in here?
I don't have them
Okay.
to deliver here. They're
Yeah.
only, of course.
That's what I figured. But that's so funny. Customer number 17.
Yeah.
Wow. Whew.
Well, subscriber number 7.
Yeah, subscriber.
So you're trying to clean up the old Croft in the database.
Yep, yep.
You have to be careful of that. You're going to find that if you're writing emails to people who were subscribers like 4 or 5 or many years ago,
Yeah.
you're going to get the occasional email saying, please don't ever send me an email. I'm divorced or this
Yeah.
person has passed away or something. You have to
Mhm.
be a bit careful with some of the old ones.
Yeah.
It might make sense to do a tiny bit of Googling first before you do that. I
Okay.
learned that with my own,
Yeah.
my customer base for the Check-in issue was
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
They were older people. But,
Mm-hmm.
keep that in mind.
Okay.
Not sure what that sound is. There's no garbage collection today. That's tomorrow.
Doing construction.
Something. Well, so your computer upstairs, it's offline right now because
Okay.
of this, but I had it online yesterday to update things, and tons, of course. At one point, I heard over 50 beeps in a row, so it's really come through.
Well, good.
It's working well.
I'm
It's
glad
doing
that worked
exactly what
out.
it should be doing. So. I'm a bit nervous when there's so many payments get processed all in a single huge batch. Can the script up on the website
Keep track of them all.
you handle them without bumping? So we'll have to check carefully to
Mhm.
see that they all did get.
Yeah.
But it seems to be working. So.
We need a wood block print for, hey, we've updated our privacy policy to be in compliance with the GDPR.
Also, too, that ring a bell. There was a newspaper article in my newspaper yesterday about Australia. If there's any Australians listening, they can maybe update me on this. There's something to do with a personal import routine. Up to now, Australians could import stuff. If it's less than $1,000 Australian, they didn't need to pay their local taxes and stuff on it. But the big fight has come between Amazon and the government there.
Yeah.
And now I think small shipments of any value whatsoever coming in from outside, the government is wanting them to be taxed. So Amazon has now shut down these out-of-country Amazon websites, forcing all Australians to use Amazon.au or whatever it is.
Huh.
And the yelling was because it only has like a tenth of the number of products that regular Amazon shops have.
Huh.
But in the middle of the story, it mentioned that the tax rules are that now all products coming from outside the country, no matter what value, even if they're less than $1,000, now need to have tax paid on them. So I don't know if this is going to affect our subscription shipments going to people who live in Australia.
Yeah.
If their stuff is going to get stopped by the post office now, and if they're going to be asked to pay tax. I don't know
Right.
what's happening. So. And this was effective, I think, July 1st, I believe.
Okay, so still a little bit of time. Here.
I don't know whether our Australian viewers here know about this or care about this or have any information, or if it's just affects the giant corporate world. I don't know.
Yeah. No response. I guess no Australians in this morning.
Or they don't know. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah. We have updated our privacy policy. Pray we do not update it any further. Not sure.
Kawaii-san, he'll be going up and down the stairs, putting the flag out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Or it could be, I don't know, Aoyama-san come in and get the key.
Hmm.
It's Kawaii-san.
Makes sense.
You're not going to be busy today.
Yeah.
No rest today, for sure.
Oh, bunch of questions suddenly. Did you guys have to worry about GDPR stuff?
I don't know the legality of it. We're not in Europe. We do sell to Europe. We have
Yeah.
people who browse our website who are living in Europe. I don't know. What is the legality? I don't know.
Yeah.
I've been shrugging this because we don't keep personal information. You know?
Yeah.
All we have is
We
names
don't
and
store
email
it.
addresses. We never do anything with third parties. We don't store it. We have no credit card information. All the payment stuff is handled through PayPal on the PayPal website. We don't keep any credit card stuff at all.
Yeah.
So I haven't really been ethically concerned about it. Whether I'm legally liable for something now, I don't know. But my moral viewpoint is we're not doing anything bad, so screw that stuff. You know, whatever. But yeah, we're probably going to have to put something on the website somewhere that says click here to understand what we do or whatever. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. But long and short is we don't do anything. We don't
Yeah.
keep anything.
Yeah.
We take a physical address because we're going to ship a package.
I
We're going to
would
need to know your
say
address. You know.
Yeah.
But the other thing is the data we keep on people, in that sense, the name and address to ship the packages, that's not stored on our website
Yeah.
in the backside in any online database whatsoever.
Hmm.
The names, the physical names and addresses for shipping goods is stored only inside this building on an Apple running 15 years old software, which is unhackable because nobody will even ever know it's there. You know, I mean, it's the ultimate security by obscurity. You know.
Security bias.
Really, the information is just not available. It's just to anybody.
Yeah.
I'm not going to stand here and make a challenge to Twitchers. Please hack this. You know.
Yeah. Please
But-
don't.
But you know, my point is I feel I'm doing the right thing by our customers.
Hmm.
Our data is not in any way
Yeah.
reachable. Period.
Did I enjoy Cameron? Did I enjoy my little cameo on Dave's last TV appearance? I actually haven't watched it, so
Well,
I
I
don't
haven't
know.
seen it either. Were you on there? Or somebody told me all the staff was there except you. Somebody said. I don't know,
Oh,
you
someone
didn't-
told me I walked across the background.
Okay,
or
whatever.
something.
Okay, that's it.
So I'm not really.
I know.
yeah.
Did he talk to you? Did he do a session with you? Interview or
Really
not?
briefly one day when he was waiting for you to finish a print party or something, he's like,
Okay.
"Can I talk to you? I just need to
Yeah.
do something with my time." So we
Oh,
chatted
okay.
a little bit, but
Yeah. I have no idea. Was he specifically trying to avoid? Did he do? He avoided Audrey as well too. So maybe he didn't want the foreign staff members here. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I never got a chance to talk about that.
Yeah. That's okay.
I still haven't seen it. Somebody sent me a copy, you know, a dub, in Flash format, so
Yeah.
I can't run it on that machine.
Right. apparently show up briefly in the background while you're doing dosa.
Up on the third floor, at
Yeah.
your desk or something, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Sopka. I think, sir, we'd better roll this because I have lots of party preparation to
Okay.
do.
Yeah, it's
I think we'd better
9:20.
tie
You
this
want to wrap
up.
up a little bit early?
Zoom out a bit here.
Okay.
Progress is coming well. It's still only 90 minutes of progress a day. Not even 90 minutes because I fool around so much. But to recap, let's get this light off. We can see what's happening. This is our microwave project. A smaller version of the Great Wave print for use in our print party room. The key block was done a couple of weeks ago. We've been transferring onto different color blocks. The color block for the sky and sea was done. The color block you're seeing me carve now is for different blue tones in the print. It's the most extensive color block because of all the blah, 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 all over the place.
Yeah.
The next color block will be for the sky area with the foam inside it. And the final color block will be for the gradation behind the mountain. That'll be that. Just when it will be done, I'm not quite sure, but whatever. There's no. Now today's Monday. As usual, there's no stream tomorrow. Tuesday is my day off. Ha ha ha. I'm not going to Ome. I'm going to be working downstairs.
Okay.
I'm going to finish that roof on the party room, I think. And maybe put some of the stuff in the toilet. I've got to put the toilet roll holder in and stuff like that. I don't know what I'll be doing. No idea. So tomorrow will be downstairs. And it'll be a chance to take some pictures and stuff too from downstairs, I think. So Wednesday stream, probably we'll be back here at this bench, or it could be sizing, or it could be something else. I don't know what it is.
Okay. Historia asks a question. It says, for the Chibi patrons, these do send out later if you're not on time. Is that right? What do you mean by on time? We send them out after you've done 3 months, and then again 6 months
the
after that,
Patreon
6
chibis.
months
Yeah.
later.
So. The confusion there is that there isn't one every 3 months. You get
Right.
2 a year, but only after you've been on
Part of it
for 3 months. So there, at the moment, there's a huge batch. We've had a bit of a backlog. Last month, we basically didn't get them out of here because we were
Right.
carving the new ones.
Yeah.
So this month, hundreds. My God,
4.
the postage bill. Oh, she gave me the postage bill just the other day. You saw that. So, well over $1,000 she just pulled out of the bank account just for stamps. She goes to the post office, pulls out $1,000, goes to the window and orders stamps. I mean, it's okay. It's no surprise because the woman there knows what she's been doing because
Right.
it happens all the time. We are a huge, huge customer for Japanese postage stamps. $1,000 at a time.
Yeah.
So the current Patreon chibi is now, as we speak, it is in the process of being packaged and thrown into the mailbox.
Yep.
So you'll have them very soon. The next one will follow 3 months or so later.
Yeah. And how did you solve the Skytree copyright problem for the live print?
Ignored it.
They
Next question.
Yeah. You told Tokyo TV and left it in their hands.
So
and
exactly,
they decided to do it?
I warned them that we had been warned about this, and they said, okay, we'll look into it. They must have looked into it. Their lawyers must have given them the okay, because there it was.
Yep.
I know nothing about the background behind that, but
Mhm.
it's also not copyright, it's trademark.
Trademark,
the
right.
two things are different
Yeah,
concepts.
yeah.
This is a trademarked thing.
Yeah. Okay. We will.
Sign
See
us
you
off,
next
Cameron.
time.
I've got
Okay.
to get out to fix the party room.
All right.
Thanks, gang. See you next time, Wednesday morning.
Okay.